out with us at 8:30 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning, 6:30 in the morning, 8 in the afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Super grateful, to have you spending some time here with us, but more importantly, for you and for like this community and this ecosystem, because this week has been transformative. We've discussed value clarity. We've discussed mutual accountability structure. We've discussed ecosystem mergers at a deeper level with Deepak. We've had breakthroughs with Jason and Jay and Elle and Ken and Ruth and Tiffany and so many beautiful people. And like, thank you, all of you, all the names I haven't mentioned. It has been a transformative week for the movement. True acceleration, true momentum. And it's because of all of you. It's because of your rise and your mastery, our commitment to integrity-based human influence, to ourselves, to our money, to our time, and to our magic. To our money, to our time, and to our magic. Like, we're having fun doing it. And like, what's fun for you? Like, let's like talk fun. Like, what's fun for you? Like the other day we were talking about, like, I believe Michael jumping off a cliff, 120 feet. That's fun. That's a little crazy. I don't know. Like that's crazy fun. But what's like fun for you? What's fun for you? Like last night I was like hanging out with my girlfriend, Martha, and we were looking up pictures of puppies. And that was fun. That was like awesome and fun. Like, what's fun for you? What's silly? What's something that you do that's fun for you? Like, drop it in the chat. I'm like, what's fun for you? And like, let's take a peek in there and like see what's happening. Keep dropping like, what's fun for you? Is it playing basketball? Is it like doing puzzles, or like Ken Van Loo who does magic shows, or like Rob Gill that like at any moment's notice can drop into a rap straight up? I've never seen another man that can talk super serious and rhyme at the same time. Super serious and rhyme at the same time. I think that just rhymed, and that was totally by mistake. I channeled my inner Rob Gill. And like, what's fun? What's fun and quirkier? Jay Levine doing a video in the middle of a lake on a board, and he's never paddle boarded before, and he's doing like a video on a lake with a yellow and blue vest. That's ridiculous. Or Jason Simple trying to do a video when there's obviously a storm in the background. There's like literally a tornado. You can physically see it. I'm exaggerating now. You couldn't see the tornado, but it was like, there's this tornado, and that's fun and that's ridiculous. So let's drop it in the chat and like bring out some fun energy. So I'm going to drop over here and like read what's going on. Let's see. We got going. Let me start here. Love you, Tiffany. Jay Levine, my fun is watching Looney Tunes. now that's fun. Mary is going to garage sales and estate sales. That's like my goal. I want to be a picker when I grow up. That's a fun fact. Anil, playing tennis, not pickleball. Adam Gugino. Nita, fun is playing with Vanna, my Yorkie, making funny videos with her, trying to train her. I love that. And playing Scrabble. Josephine, singing and dancing. Tiffany Noel Brown, my fun is singing and dancing. We have two, Josephine, Tiffany. I want you to like get on video and create a real raw about dancing, about singing and dancing. Real raw, singing and dancing. Think about that one. Diana, fun is dancing in front of people when they least expect it. We got a lot of dancers here. We're gonna have to like add this to our events because we definitely have a lot of dancers here. Michelle, driving my car through curvy mountain roads. Ina, my apologies. Baisley, dancing at 8:30 a.m. to music I like before the huddle. There's like 5 dancers in this group right now. Rose Santiago, singing like a lunatic. I love that. Ruth, LOL, Jayla. We have Ken Van Loo, golfing. Peter Swain, Fernando, do the world a favor, don't grow up. Thank you, Peter. I will, that resonates with my heart, brother. Thank you for sharing that. Erica Rose Siegel, my fun is running. Ralda, losing weight. We have another singer. There's like, that's what I'm talking about. This is what it is. Thank you, Move. There's too much. There's like 25. There's like 27. There's like a bunch of more messages out there. So just like, I'm loving the energy. Let's keep it coming. And like, let's like drop in. Let's like drop in. This energy right here. This is the energy of ecosystem merger. This is the energy of ecosystem merger. It's fun. Last night on our mastery call, so many good examples. Tiffany, Shioban, Jay, Ken. It was like beautiful examples of like the straight up fun of ecosystem merging. Hey, let's do something together. Let's like co-create and let's have fun doing it. Not like Fernando in his RoboCop, like, hey, would you like to like event to get, no, it's like fun. It's like silly. And I say RoboCop because Sean is always, in his beautiful coaching, he's like, Fernando, stop being RoboCop. Because sometimes I drop into my head and like wanting to like move, like take the next step, very linear. And ecosystem mergers, there's a science and there's an art. And that's why it's called the dance, because we're dancing, we're flowing, and we're having fun. And more importantly, we're doing it together. And that leads to more money in less time with more magic. So as I like sit here, as I reflect and like look at this camera, which is really all of you, I'm so grateful for the merger conversations that are happening within the movement. All of you in the chat right now, 37 messages that I haven't even looked at. That's what it's about. That's what's fun. And this energy, right? Take it. Because remember, we're here for many things. This is an anchor. This is a start to a day, start to your day. And like, this is a start to a day. And like, we take this energy, or we don't, it's all good. You don't have to, but let's say we do. And let's take this energy into ecosystem merger with every conversation, in the building of rapport, in like conveying your identity. I was on a phone call with Rob Gill this morning, and we were watching like some videos together. And I was like, dude, where's your energy variance? You're funny. You're an awesome dude. And why am I even thinking about that? Once again, Sean Callagy, he's like, Fernando, you got to vary your energies. Fernando, you got to vary your energies. Speak about varying energies. Sean, what's up, man?
Hey, happy Fun Friday to all. Thanks for an incredible week, everybody. So yeah, Fernando, varying energies for sure. But how has your week been overall? And just in the global sense of things, like, yeah, what do you see as evolution, opportunities for growth? And what do you see as things that are awesomely happening here?
So what's happening here is momentum. It is like arduous momentum, abundance. You've shared these with us, and it's like precipice. Like we are there. It is. I see it happening. And here's the truth: I've never seen an orchestration of growth this, I want to say, whimsical. Whimsical is the word. Like, I picture the guy with the stick. Sorry, I'm not like musically inclined. I don't know what that guy's name is, but he's really important, and the orchestrator, and that's what's happening. And like points for growth. And this is why I called you a few minutes before the huddle, is mutual accountability structure, pure clarity on, like, it's beautiful, like, to do something together. The mutual accountability structure, I do this, you do that. If you get this, I get that, is so critical. Because this is what I was thinking, and I'll kick it back to you, is it's like, hey, let's do events together. Hey, let's do events together. And in my head, in my heart, as I was listening, I'm like, at some point, without process, self, and influence, that could turn into almost like networking. Like it could almost be that. And it's better than random networking. It's like an evolution, but it's still not the most optimal. So that's what I was thinking about for growth in the movement, is mutual accountability structure, beautiful elevation. And I'll kick it over to you, and just to throw it in, the conversation we had after the last huddle, if you want to drop into that, but I'll kick it over to you.
Yeah, so for sure. Just takeaways from the week are, there's such a massive amount of awareness that continues to rise in how we're trained and how we think about different things. And it's fun. Like, it is Fun Friday. It's fun to realize that like breakthroughs are so available to us and for us. And the key breakthrough, to just really tie that down, what Fernando was saying, and things that have come up on the group coaching calls, the mastery calls, and guys, thank you. The folks in mastery, on the calls, group coaching, one-on-one, just incredible to be watching your clarity, your implementation, your action, although, right, imperfectly, just like mine's imperfect. We're all imperfect for sure. But the clarity on agreement formation of I do something, you do something, it's thinking of how do we come together to add value for each other and do something intentional and specific. And what intentional and specific doesn't look like is two people talking. It doesn't look like two people strategizing. It looks like two people picking a date to do something and then following the formula, right? There's modeling. You're modeling a process, right, of what everybody does who gets their message out there. Marketing equals getting your information out to relevant people to buy your stuff, like getting your message out. So if that group of people you're getting out to is a new 10 people that are optimal potential clients or even strong potential clients or ecosystem mergers, like you're doing something right. Like there's a directness to what you're doing. And most people are very passive. They're at effect of like things happening. We're thinking so much. And this program is about getting into action. Like Unblinded is about getting yourself into specific targeted action. And so much of personal development is like learn stuff, learn stuff, learn stuff, learn stuff. No, it's action. So what are the dates that you're going out and meeting new people specifically with you as a speaker, or you're putting out videos to groups of people because somebody has agreed to partner with you and share your information with their ecosystem, but specifically with a call to action, or somebody's agreed to have you on their television show with a specific call to action. We have some people that I work with that are on television, and television could be far please get this, because people, it's the intentionality and directness and specificness of the agreements. Because some people think that being on a big stage or being on television or writing a book are ends in and of themselves. But you could be on television and it do literally nothing to grow your business. As an attorney that goes on TV, a realtor that goes on TV, in and of itself, the likelihood that people see you on TV in a 5-minute appearance and slot answering a few questions and then call you up to work with you, that's probably not happening. And the TV appearances are not even letting you give out your phone number. So there's friction, like high friction. Now, what that can do for you is support your heroic, unique identity. There's things that you can effectively do with it to reveal who you are, how people perceive you. Put that over here. We're talking about specifically is how do you grow your sales meetings this month, right now, and your sales right now. And the longer you wait, there's a cycle. Like if it's ecosystem merger to speak engagement to sales meeting to sales, first of all, there's a timeline with all that. Second of all, there's drop-offs at each level. It's like, oh, it's not the optimal ecosystem merger. Oh, there's high friction. Oh, I could do a speak engagement, but I could talk for 3 minutes and I can't give a call to action. Okay, drop off. And then, because they weren't the right people, the sales meetings aren't quite there because I couldn't do the call to action and I couldn't have the ecosystem merger weren't optimal, not enough people. And then, so there's no sales. And so the entire process and this Fun Friday, it's fun to see where is the leak for you, right? Where are the wins for you? We have wins all over the place. Wins, yes, awesome, incredible. But then where are the leaks? Where's it falling out for you? And just patch them. And that's it. And so if on this Fun Friday, takeaways for the week, hey, time block your identify, here that the integration of all things, right? One, just time block for selecting your ecosystems. Number two, time block to contact your ultimate ecosystem merger partners. Who is that? People that see clients that would be optimal referral sources for you, right? Optimal referral sources for you, and or people that they're looking to meet the same people you're looking to meet, right? They're looking to meet the very same people, family law, attorney, therapist, let's say, go through different examples, financial services provider, business attorney, financial service provider, accountant, and estate planner, everybody has multiple people. So meet these people. And then it's what it's not is, hey, okay, let's do something. Okay, cool. Great. Just remember me. And here's my business card. And if you ever come across somebody, refer me. That's not what we're talking about. That's just randomized nothingness. And that might get you some referrals here and there. That's not it. It's something, but actually it may be worse than doing nothing, because it might convince you that business development's exhausting and could never grow and scale. It could convince you of that, right? So on the flip side of all this is a something, and then it's let's do a joint speaking engagement. And the question is, right, we're not dropping into all this here today, but just how optimally can you create speaking engagements that you're adding so much value to what you're doing that you're gaining access to relevant people to buy your services, and just making a decision. like, right, and doing it, picking a date, and then you have a call to action, and then you have your beautiful sales meeting where you're adding value in the speaking engagement, in the call to action, and then third step in the sales meeting, and that's translating the sales. And if something is off in those numbers, there's just a drop off in those 4 levers. That's all that's happening. And then the 5th is disposable income. That's what leads to disposable income. And so what is present for me is that beautiful, well-meaning, well-intentioned souls all over the place, right, have some of those things missing in their time blocking. And then if everything's in the time blocking, then you know there's an influence mastery challenge, because somewhere along the continuum, you're not optimally conveying your heroic unique identity and asking for the optimal thing. You weren't deeply listening enough. And remember, you have a different heroic unique identity. This is our quick check-in. As an ecosystem merger partner, you have a heroic unique identity. As a speaker, you have a heroic unique identity. As the provider of your services, you have a heroic unique identity. As the leader for people to come into your company and scale, that's a 4th heroic unique identity. They're related about who you are, but there's different distinctions in each: ecosystem merger, speaker, provider of services, leader, so people want to come and work with you and scale. So, and by the way, associating to all this, like, it's fun. It's like awakening. Like, yeah, it's fun to do the things you enjoy. Jump out of an airplane. It could be fun to go for a walk and fun to spend time with our loved ones. People have said they're having some beautiful moments with their children or grandchildren, significant others this weekend. But it's also really fun to realize how capable and able you are to pull these levers and to have what you want and to know where it's not. And if none of it's like happening, action is stuck, then it's self-mastery. That's it. It's not getting yourself to take the zone action. And we know the levers, some of the levers to pull there, which includes our physiology, how we're relating to ourselves, how we're bringing forward our pain versus to over our long-term pain, to overcome our short-term pain of action, the stories we're creating around meaning for things, all of those levers being pulled, like, that's where we are. So Fernando, final on this fun Friday. And we'll start Monday with the beautiful, because that's a mastery point that you're going to make about language. Hit me with that on Monday. But any final for today? Are we out there?
Hey, my bad. I was muted.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm here. So what I was saying is I chose not to write notes today, and I was just like focusing on listening, and my mind is in many different places. One thing, like like a fun Friday fact, I remember when I was a kid, I was like, there was like a workbook, right? And there would be things on the left side of the page and things on the right side of the page. And let's say it was like a square, you had to like draw the line to like where the square would go. And you like, boom, you like, that was the homework, and you would get A+ or whatever. And in my mind, I like thought of that, through the prism of, if you're a accountant and like drawing the line to how the people work together, like just a gamified version of that, because I see it in the chat, and like I've heard it in the questions, and it's definitely key in your teachings. It's one, it's fun. And 2, once that's understood, mutual accountability structure, value, clarity, what ecosystem mergers really are, just some of the topics we've talked about this week, really continue to, pop that picture. So that's where my head is at. And I'm looking forward to Monday as well. So back to you, Sean.
Yeah. Final, take it into the weekend, right? Final. There are people that work at giant consulting firms, giant law firms, right? That all they do is they work on ecosystem merging. They put companies together. They put things together to create leverage. Like Facebook, Google, Amazon, these companies have people that never endingly think about partnerships for their business. That's what they do all day long, right? Because that's how you grow. You acquire things, you combine forces, you leverage things, celebrities and brands. Like, all you're doing is at a very specific action-oriented level, creating acceleration in the most basic way, the most basic level of it. But there's a lifelong learning and acceleration to how all of this works over time to continue to expand. But most people who are small business owners and entrepreneurs, professional services providers, don't do any of this. Just don't think that way. And it's fundamentally like costing them their money, time, and magic. So I promise you that even I can take courses and learning far more about ecosystem merging. My buddy, childhood friend, Paul Criscolo, who's been involved in, he was on The Real Raw. I think he's been on the Huddle, if not, I'll bring him back. He worked on the largest ecosystem merger in history, like a I don't know, $20 billion transaction, something completely crazy. I forget the exact number, in the billions, right? It's just an ecosystem merger with a lot of detail, right? So we're just talking about the most fundamental rudimentary steps of how does person A and person B add value together in a specific accountability structure to literally immediately create access to one another, worlds and clients through speak engagement, some version of the multitude of them, right? And how does it generate more sales meetings? That's the entire dynamic. And how does that multiply and grow over time as you think more creatively about the ecosystem merger itself and what those things should be optimally? And it's fun. So amazing week, everybody. Congratulations. You're doing awesome. And at the same time as loving yourself, experiencing the wins and the awesomeness, it's not like, oh man, I just got to get it together. I have so much more to learn. No, you have so much more zone action to execute. It's execution now. It's just execution. Pick a date and then discover all the things that need to be optimized. But none of that happens in your head. None of that happens and think I just need to learn a little bit more. It comes from action. It comes from action. At the bottom line on this Fun Friday, act, it's fun. Act, it's fun. Act, it's fun. And remember that you just learn and you'll learn and you'll learn, right? Act and learn, innovation.